Hello everyone, I'm Max from Canada.
I'm Suji from Thailand.
And you know what? This video is for Suji. The Swedish key to good sleep. Can you explain to people why you cannot sleep at night sometime?
I'm scared. I'm scared of people. I'm scared of darkness. I'm scared of quiet. Basically, I don't feel safe.
She's afraid that someone will break her fence, even though we have 12 dogs to protect us. So basically, I need to sleep after her, because if I sleep before her, she's scared. But then she play her game until 4 a.m. So when am I supposed to sleep? Lately, she wake up early, okay? If you can tell her in the comment, Suchi, don't sleep too late so that Max can get some sleep.
Shut up.
So, Cecilia Blomdahl.
Oh, Cecilia.
This sounds Swedish, kind of, or something. Maybe she's Swedish. Yeah, Scandinavian sleep method. Why kids nap outside in the winter? We saw a video about that in Finland. They sleep in their little box for the immune system and such. So maybe take some note for that, for her.
Really?
Yeah, to good sleep.
Where can I go like that?
Well,
Do you think I will be relaxed?
Okay, she's gonna tell you how to good sleep. Look.
Nowhere.
Så fint!
Oh.
Is that the place where they have polar bear?
Det är gulligt.
Is it?
And you need those big...
Welcome back to Svalbard.
Wait,
You might think,
Svalbard?
It's
what
in
a beautiful
Norway, right?
morning. No,
Yes.
no. It's 7:30 p.m.
Where they don't have the sun.
Yeah,
they
but
need the mirror.
Yeah, but it's also where you need a gun for the bear, right? At all time, you need your gun. Like, there's bear with you, living with you. Like, yeah.
No, but is it the same thing?
No, I
Is it
think you're
Svalbard?
right. I think it's the one that don't have any sun too.
Yeah,
for like
and
a part of the year.
they use the mirror.
The mirror?
Yeah, a big mirror to reflect the sun.
Oh.
And then like they can like shut it, thing like that. Like they create the sun themselves.
Okay, maybe she's gonna tell us.
Even though it's the evening,
7:30
I
p.m.
am putting out my sheets to air because we have a huge snowstorm coming
Where you
in.
can see the sun? Maybe it's different place. I don't remember.
Oh no, that's the sun. No, but it's 7:30 p.m. It should be dark, right?
You have seen me take out my duvets to hang outside on my railing in all weather and seasons, in the middle of the dark polar night, or on a freezing winter day, or during the bright sunshine on polar day.
So she
I
lived
never
there,
miss an
or what?
opportunity to freshen up my
my
sheets.
God.
So naturally, many wonder why. Why do I do this? I thought this was something that was as common here as it is around the world, but apparently it isn't. Just like I've realized how the common Scandinavian practice of having children sleep outside is also shocking to many. So today we are going to talk about the Scandinavian sleep method
Why
and
she do that?
why Nordic children
She
sleep
want to
outside
to make
even
it
during
cold?
winter.
Or what?
And I never got to hang them out this morning. So now I'm like, well, I still want that fresh feeling and the smell you get from hanging them in the cold, crisp Arctic air. It's part of the Scandinavian sleep method. We do some things in order to aid our sleep that people don't do in other places. And this is number one. If you can, air your bedding. I am from Sweden. That's where I grew up and where I lived, until I was...
Problem? Does it work if it's very hot outside?
I don't think so.
It's hot here.
Yeah.
Air out. Like
Getting
this.
outside, I'm already grumpy.
in the 20s. So this is something that my Swedish mother always did. I remember her always bringing out our duvets. We lived a little bit outside the city in the countryside, so she would hang them over the railing.
I think if I'm there, I will sleep 24 hours.
Yeah. I will ask my
And I
parents in
don't
Canada.
have problem.
My parents are in Canada. I will ask them if they can do that.
Actually, no, because it's too close to the ocean. I don't think so. I'm gonna be so paranoid
About what?
about the water coming near me.
God.
Feeling like this, whether it was summer or winter, and she would always go outside and what's it called? Skaka dem. Shake them.
So, skakaron.
She would skaka dem, which means she would shake them outside,
Skaka.
just to kind of like. Well, I understood now to get the dust out and things like that. So this is just something that I've, of course, continued. And I've realized that this is not something that you do everywhere. It's one of those things that maybe is more normal in Scandinavia.
Which leads us to the question of
Wait, but
why.
we do that with the clothes, right, though? You hang the clothes outside. In Canada, we do that on the balcony, right? But this is more like the duvet for the bed, right?
Yeah, we do that too.
But I think it's common if you put it in the washing machine and then you make it old. But she do that every day though.
Oh,
From what I understand, right?
Okay.
It's got-
Actually, my grandmom back in the day, she used always keep telling me like to bring this out
Really?
to the sun. So
Really?
the sun can kill like bacteria, thing like that.
Oh, so
and
maybe-
also you need to like not. Oh yeah, also check it, but also like hit it. You know, like
Hit?
Yeah, to let the dust out.
Oh, so maybe it's not because of the cold. Maybe it's for the sun. Maybe she do
Yeah,
that
but
because
for
of the
us, for the sun, we never have the cold.
Yeah, but she has the sun too. Maybe it's for the sun.
Yeah, probably.
What are the benefits? Hanging out duvets to air outside serves several beneficial purposes beyond just freshness. Firstly, exposure to sunlight helps to naturally disinfect and deodorize the duvet, eliminating any lingering odors and bacteria that may have accumulated over time. Airing out duvets outdoors also allows them to breathe, releasing trapped moisture and preventing the growth of mold and mildew.
what
The
you
gentle
said.
breeze
Wow.
aids in fluffing up the duvet, restoring its loft, and ensuring optimal insulation for warmth during sleep. So this simple yet effective practice not only prolongs the lifespan of the duvet, but also contributes to a healthier and more comfortable sleeping environment.
There's nothing I love better and nothing that makes me sleep better than having fresh sheets. Because hanging them out like this, it's minus 10 degrees and the sun is out. It freshens them up and you definitely notice a difference in the smell of them. It's just so fresh and Arctic. We have cold, dry air. So even though I'm putting it on snow, this is not going to make my sheets wet because it is so... As you can see, it's just dry and cold here.
Growing up in Sweden, where cold weather and dark winters are the norm, I've been encouraged to play outdoors regardless of the conditions since I was
so
very
it's so
little.
cold, it's not
Growing
gonna
up
be
this
wet.
way is a big reason why I appreciate winter so much. It taught me to love every season. In Scandinavian homes and even in kindergartens, the kids actually sleep outside for nap times in almost all kinds of weather. It is very common to have to supply your school with an extra
We saw that in the Finnish video to do that for like their immune system. I
Yeah.
think it's good for a lot of breeding stuff, right? And it's just that in North America, people are not as kind. I don't know how to explain. Like it's very easy for a child to disappear getting stolen, you know. So I think it's a different. It's mostly a safety purpose, right? Just like in Japan, you have the kids. We have a Japanese channel. On our Japanese channel, we saw a video about the kids that they take the train by themselves. They leave the home alone. They are 6 years old.
Yeah.
They leave the home alone. They walk down the street. They take the bus or they go inside the train alone. In Canada, in the US, you will need to be a teenager to be able to do that. Like you cannot be 6, 7, 8, 9 and go on your own. They will literally call the police on you. So they
yeah.
will think that like something is wrong and they will put the mom in jail or something, you know, for negligence. So this is because your society is better construct, you know. That's why you're able to do that.
outdoor sleeping pram for your child so they can take their daily nap outside in temperatures all the way down to minus 25 degrees. This Nordic tradition of allowing children to nap outdoors is deeply rooted in culture and practical considerations. The practice is believed to have numerous benefits for children's health and well-being. The crisp, fresh air of Nordic landscapes is thought to promote deeper and more restful sleep, while exposure to natural light helps regulate circadian rhythms, enhancing overall sleep quality. This custom is also deeply rooted in the belief that fresh air and nature plays a crucial role in a child's development.
If I could send smell through the camera right now, I would love to. They smell like snow and like fresh air. Really cold fresh air. They're also really cold. So now I'm gonna put them back in the bedroom, which is where the next tip comes in. Let's head over there. Just like any other basic Swedish household, we have individual duvets. And I cannot stress enough how amazing this is. And this really is the heart of the Scandinavian sleep method. Having one each means that you can regulate the temperature according to how you like to sleep. I prefer to sleep cold, while Christopher prefers to be warm. So we can have completely different duvets and different, thickness, and we can just customize them to ourselves. Also, I do feel like
You sleep cold. Huh? You always put everything cold, and I like to sleep hot.
Huh?
So no?
Really?
Yeah, every time that we sleep, Suji is like, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm hot.
Yeah, because my feet need to be cool.
And me and like I can sleep like even sometimes without the anything on me because
I cannot.
because it's just, to me it's hot very easy. To me it's cold very easy. For you it's very different.
Yeah, but even if it's hot, I need to have blanket on.
Yeah, but with the blanket on, it's even hotter. I want to put the aircon like up, and she want to put it down. So yeah.
separate duvets speaks a lot to the Swedish culture as well.
You see, us Swedes tend to highly value personal space, and it is a part of our culture to respect individual boundaries and privacy. This is reflected in various aspects of our lives, like a comfortable distance during conversations, or our preference for spacious and open living environments. You can also easily see this cultural norm reflected in public settings, such as public transport or queues, where Swedes often maintain a very respectful distance from others, ensuring everyone has their own personal space.
I love this photo that kind of like, it's a meme in Sweden where it's a photo of a bus station and every person is lined up with like 5 meters in between and they're waiting for the bus. And I feel like it's such a Swedish thing to want your own space and really like your own kind of area to be your own.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's why during the pandemic they didn't have to shut down the country. Because they were like, well, we're already doing that, guys. Because they did not shut down.
Yeah.
So maybe they already knew, like, they're like, well, we're already okay, guys.
So I am not surprised at all that this is mirrored in how we sleep. So each person has their own personal duvet, and it's not the size of a double one. I'm going to double check what the actual sizes is of this. So if you want to order, or if you want to take on the Scandinavian sleep method, you can do so. So one of these, and let me show. So in these duvets is down duvets. So these are filled with down feathers. And it's up to each and every one what kind of like warmth you want. I get these ones from IKEA because I'm Swedish. And I also really like IKEA. I think they have the best affordable duvets. And then you just buy these covers, which is also purchasable at IKEA or any other place if you want. And then you just have them in here. When you need to wash them, which is, very individual how often you wash your sheets. Since we don't have unlimited water, I would personally like to wash them once a week. I can't do that because we don't have that much water. So I wash them every other week. And then I hang them out to air almost every day. So that's all right. I think my favorite question is like, but how if you want to cozy up with your partner at night? I'm like, these are not like... They're not made of steel, Just lift the covers, cuddle together, and then when you go to bed, bam, individual cocoon.
You want to go out too?
I need my individual cocoon when I'm sleeping.
Since I am Swedish and that is where I grew up, I am speaking from my Swedish perspective. But all of these cultural things are also very similar for Norway and Denmark, which together with Sweden make up Scandinavia. In a broad perspective, we all share very similar values. Svalbard is governed by Norway and over half of the population here is Norwegian. And while my parents are Swedish, Christopher's parents are Norwegian. So we have a good mix of both Swedish and Norwegian cultures and traditions in our household.
What I've grown up with, most of the people I know always had we call it an överkast, which is an overthrow. But I think you could call it kind of like a throw blanket. So this is not something you sleep with. This is just to make it look a little prettier because you have two separate sheets, yeah? Like so. And that is the bed made. Individual cocoon. Like this, all night long. Här står det bra du. Du sitter där borta.
So big.
It's 7:30 p.m. and the sun is shining bright because midnight sun season begins. How quick did that happen? Midnight sun season basically means that the sun doesn't set from the 19th of April until I think it's the 26th of August. That means that we will have a sunrise and then the sun stays above
4
the
months.
horizon. At all times,
Wow, I was
all
asleep
hours
all
of the day.
day.
So it's the opposite of polar night, which is why it's called polar day. So now that polar day has officially started, I always take a kind of a round in my bedroom, making sure that it is ideally set up.
This
Because
is
when it
tough
comes to
for the
sleep,
brain.
this part of the season or part of the year is the hardest for me. Sleep for me is one of the most important parts of me staying healthy. I know that we all focus on, kind of the whole picture. We gotta eat right, we gotta work out, and then sleep. But for me, if I would put those in order, I would have sleep at the top. Because if I don't sleep well, I don't function well. A lot of people think that polar night would be the hardest, but polar night is a dream to a sleep enthusiast because it's nighttime all day long. During polar night, you only have to focus on waking up. But during polar day, you have to focus on going to sleep because that is the hardest part. Now that it comes to...
I think it would be harder if it's only nighttime for me.
Yeah, me too.
Because you don't have energy.
Yeah, and I
Like-
cannot sleep.
If it's daytime, you just shut all the lights in the room after. Like, let's say it's 7 p.m. You just inside and like put everything dark to reproduce a real way, right?
Yeah. Like
So-
there's a curtain, everything that like you
Yeah.
can cover everything and it make that room really dark, like even
feel-
like at night.
I feel like when it's dark 24-hour, you're gonna end up sleeping a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just make your brain, I don't know, headache. I don't know.
To polar day when we have so much daylight and the sun shines in the middle of the night. I have this,
See?
and then I have super thick light blocking curtains. And they actually do a lot. Like they're a little bit on the sides, but it's all right. But my biggest win this year, it's a sleep mask. So these have changed my sleep quality so much. Instead
really?
of kind of fighting against that, I have worked on just, making my eyes dark instead. And these sleep masks, this one I just bought at I think Target in America or
I don't
something.
really
And this
need
one I
that to
ordered.
sleep, though.
I don't
Sleep
have
well, I
any
mean.
recommendations right now, but
about
I
you
thought
shut
this
the
one was
lights?
really, really comfortable.
Yeah, but
and
there's
these
a
have
difference
helped
again
me.
between me and her, right? I like to sleep in the complete dark, and she likes to sleep with the light open.
Yes. That why morning time is good for me to sleep.
Lately, we wake up early, so that's good. But I like to sleep in the dark. It's easy.
A lot. So much. Another thing that I also do is I switch up my wake up light because now it's not as important because I'm sleeping with an eye mask, so it can't really wake me up naturally, can it? So instead of using it for light, now in the morning I've changed the alarm from something to wake me up like loudly to birds. And that is actually just like an extra kind of thing because now I can't wake myself up with light, so I'm gonna have to try to wake myself up kind of like calmly with sound. So this one is being most used for that. But otherwise, during the polar night, this is my biggest tip: a wake up light. It's just so good.
So the room will gradually get bright to reflect the sun, like to come as if the sun is waking up at the same time as the light. Because she cannot open the curtain all night, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be light all day. So she's gonna open to reproduce. It's the sun coming out.
Yeah.
Should be around this time. And because she's used to it, she will wake up even if there's no sound, just by the light. Like we call this in Canada, we say that you woke up with the sun. It's the sun waking you up,
when it comes to Grimm's sleeping patterns, he generally has no idea about anything.
Dog
But
don't
we
care.
always notice him being a bit confused in the beginning of every season. So now that it's really, really bright at midnight, he keeps waking us up at like 4, thinking that we are late to give him his breakfast. And he wants to go outside at all times of the day. But he definitely does adjust the further we go. So he's just going to be confused now in the beginning for a little bit, and then he'll be fine. Otherwise, he sleeps like a baby all times, all seasons throughout the year. He's fine. Aren't you, little baby? Oh, you big and push duck. Yeah, you love sleeping.
What is it? A
You
malamute?
have your bed.
Yeah, right.
That is over there by Christopher's sofa. Our room is a little bit small. He doesn't like heat. He doesn't like warm spaces. He hates lying in the bed. Which I'm very happy for, because I do not want a dog in the bed. I don't want the dirt in my bed. Also, you're too warm for me. So I'm happy that he just sleeps in his dog bed and that he loves it. It's the one you had when you were a baby. We're trying to find you a new one, baby. Yeah, because it's disgusting.
A lot of fur. It's not easy with the...
So basically, the 2 main
Winter.
keys to the Scandinavian sleep method are to have individual duvets and also to air your duvets outside. And I understand that this is probably not easy if you live in a city, or maybe if you live in like Australia with all the bugs. I would die. But maybe you can open a window, or perhaps you can just shake them outside,
that?
or you can just wait until you make your bed so they get, aired out from the night's sleep. Those could be options.
Well, as a
But
cold
I
season is good.
definitely do
No bug, no
recommend
nothing.
getting
Yeah.
2 duvets. It's a life-changing thing. Are you okay? Can I help you? How about you take this and you go over there, because you love this.
Oh.
Enjoy. Like I said, 2 duvets is the main key here. And I think once you try it out, you're going to be sold. I'm just saying, I'm selling like an individual cocoon. Could it get any better?
Well, I mean, in her house, I can sleep everywhere. Like, as long as it's clean, basically. I think, like, clean and fresh, thing like that. I like it too. Like, every time when I wash my blanket, it smells so good, and it's make like, oh, I don't want to leave my bed, thing like that.
Yeah, but yet you struggle to sleep sometimes.
Yeah, I have a lot of dog too.
We have a lot of dog that, yes, I mean,
And they are sleeping with me.
right now I'm sleeping in the other room because we have a dog that has a diabetic dog that has coccidia, some kind of disease. I had to quarantine the dog, so she's with the other 11 dog. So how many times did you wake up last night to put them out?
Oh my god, many times. I don't even remember.
Like 3-4 times.
So angry.
So when you have to put them out 3-4 times in an 8-hour period when you're supposed to sleep, it destroys your sleep pattern every time. So it's difficult, but we have to do that right now because we sleep with the aircon on because it's too hot. In the future, in a few months, we'll be able to sleep with the door open, and when the door is open, it's easy. The door can go in and out without bothering us. But right now, it's raining season. It's too hot. We need the aircon at all times. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Yes. So thank you for the amazing suggestion. If you have idea that she can sleep better, maybe some kind of magic tea or something, maybe Swedish tea, I don't know, something that you think can help her, let us know in the comment below. Yes. And see you very soon.